Namaste, angels. I'm here to do a client reading for somebody for whom I've read a long time ago when I first started. Um, you guys are going to get to see me shuffle the cards. I mean, you always do. But I didn't do them for her. Like, I have them here shuffled, but I didn't sit with them. I did pray over them and everything, but I didn't sit with them and shuffle specifically for her yet. So we will do that now, beginning with the Four of Fire. That's where I left it because I did shovel them. An opening to the Ten of Air, the end of a difficult situation. It's embraced the change and expect things to get better now. May even be recovering from an addiction. Four of Fire back. So maybe it's meant for her. Opening to the Queen of Water. Tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, and loving is the Queen of Water. It can be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. So this, like the Queen of Love and Emotion, opposite the Four of Fire, can certainly be about commitment. But now they're showing me this Three of Water. This can be celebration because of the commitment, or maybe even moving into a new home or something. That brings you emotional fulfillment. So that could be another reason why the Queen of Water would show up. But the Three of Water may be connected to some sort of party of three, although it otherwise means celebration. And here, with the Lovers behind it, so I don't know why they're showing me this stuff. This can have something to do with, a choice between two people. Oftentimes, the Lovers. It's awesome because it's about, you get the card and you're like, ooh, the Lovers. Yeah, that is awesome. Most of us look forward to getting it. But it can also mean like a choice between two possibilities. And we only want two. We don't want three. So we left that Three of Water where it was, and now I've opened to the Two of Water for her. I much prefer to do this. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. And now that here opposite the Four of Fire. And lastly, the Two of Earth. So this can again be about a choice or having reached the crossroads yet again. It's like the same crossroad we've reached before. It can also be about like lack of balance in your life. You're not making time for, all the different things that we need to be able to in life, work and home, like a social life, and a career, and a love life, all those kind of things. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Come on, guys. Two of Earth back. Okay, so I'm going to leave these here. We'll use those next. I'm going to go on to these. Beginning with abundance. This can be a material abundance, abundance of love. Usually means both for me. Maybe somebody's an earth sign. Not that I've seen any court cards having to do with the sign of earth yet. But we left the cards on the Two of Earth, and now I've opened to the earth connection. This is about reconnecting to the earth. Basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. And we have these two cards involving a tree and a heart and abundance and the earth and maybe the energy of Venus and love and money. One including a nude woman, which being nude always signifies to me surrender and vulnerability. Abundance back. Opening to blessings from Mother Mary. What else are they showing us? Answer prayer. That goes well with her blessings. Blessings. I'll go one more, and it's divine guidance. Which makes sense coming from Mother Mary. And speaking of Mother Mary, here she is, another vibration. It's Kuan Yin with forgiveness. Overall energy is birth, as in the birth of something new or someone new. Here I would have your feelings about yourself as they relate to the union. The masculine about you, about himself, and about the union, the overall, and the outcome. then I had added, I mean, this was my cross. Started out, I used to do a cross with some of the people, some of my clients, just with the three, and then I added this. Made it a very long cross, and I've added 3 positions as we got toward the end of Lent, and it was for Mary, the mother of Jesus, Mary, the mother of James, and Mary Magdalene. Now, what I have here in Mary, the mother of Jesus, is what the masculine would have the feminine sacrifice, what he's willing to sacrifice himself, and what the universe would have the 2 of you sacrifice. So beginning with this, how you're feeling about yourself, tantric union, this is what you're ready for? You feel confident about this, ready for this, looking forward to that. Beautiful. You can start that whether contact or not. I mean, the tantric union, tantra, people get confused sometimes with just sexuality or the act of intercourse, and that's not like all or what it is really. It's much more spiritual than that. The masculine seeing you as blessings, a blessing to him. He's thankful to have you in his life. You enhance it. You make it better. Himself, enchantment. He knows that he's going through ascension. He may not know that that's what it's called or that, or exactly what it means, but he knows that something's happening with the universe is sort of taking over, and he's allowing it. And lastly, about the union, it's emerging. Like maybe the birth. We're starting out with birth, and it's like in an egg, and it cracks, and as it cracks, here comes the little bird, starts to climb out of it, starts to emerge from it. And when I pick that up, underneath it, upright also, is relationship. Okay, so that could be to what birth is being given. Overall, expectancy. Expectancy is about our expectations and the need for us to let them go, because we limit ourselves and the universe with them. Like our thoughts, our ideas and notions, while they are sometimes really awesome for us in the larger scope of things by way of like what the universe can do and, might want to do for us, what we might want to ask it to do for us, is very small, our ideas. So the idea is to drop the expectancy and just allow the universe to just ask it for its help, ask it for its blessings, and then allow it to bestow them without limiting like exactly what they are. What the masculine would have you, he wants you to let go of the past, even if it was nice, and be ready for a new start is what he wants you to do. Okay? You guys have some good memories, and so you have some good memories on your own, and he's got some good memories on his own, and you've got some together. But he wants to start like from scratch. Well, this was the outcome. Outcome was listening and more naked goddess being taken over by the universe. So very much like the masculine sentiments on the union as a whole here. What is he willing to sacrifice? Wow. He's ready to like for the rejoicing part, but he knows that he's still ascending though. But he realizes that it's like graduating towards something, and he's happy about it, and he will like rejoice in it not only on his own but with you, upon the emergence. And lastly, for the both of you, you both gotta let go of the fear, says the universe. Okay, I'll let you get a look at that. We'll go back to these. I'll just cut them. I didn't mean to do that. Back to the Two of Earth. The overall energy of the Chariot. An important achievement, self-discipline, and willpower, public recognition. Masculine is the eight of water. This is another like indication of what he's going through, that ascension and everything. A desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Surrounded by the ten of fire, too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance. That can lead to stress-related concerns, health concerns. With the two of earth having shown up here like 3 times, this can certainly be like literal too much work. Maybe working more than one job or working many hours, and it potentially affecting his health, like in a very literal sense. In his subconscious, awakening with Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. This is a 12, so it's a 3, and it's a potential party of 3 situation too. But otherwise, it's the hangman, and it's all about limbo. The need to take a step back and come to a decision about something or a new perspective. The feminine is ego or the devil with Archangel Jophiel, representing the side of Capricorn or other earth sign, as I thought might be the case. Virgo, Taurus. Did I mention your overall energy here? The chariot represents water signs. It is the Cancer primarily, but it can also be for Scorpio or Pisces. And underneath this, it's upside down, but it's right behind it, is the moon with Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. This also represents water signs, the signs of Pisces specifically. Surrounding the feminine, the Knight of Water, who, like the chariot, is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative is the Knight of Water. Falling in love or wedding proposals, and the need to balance emotions, maybe even an invitation to a social event. In the feminine subconscious, it's yet another 3, and it's opposite this 3, and it's a 3 of wands, which more so for me than the others is a romantic party of 3. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. It can also be about abundance. We'll try to see if we can get a better feel. But opposite, awakening, which is again is another 3. And then underneath, a feeling of being burdened or perhaps even guilty, burdened by guilt or burdensome upon somebody else. And it's kind of saying party of 3. And that would cause, or could cause at least, heartache. Feeling of betrayal, having been backstabbed, like the Ten of Air comes with. The end of a difficult situation, however, it's coming to an end. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Maybe even recovering from an addiction. It's some kind of codependency, but we can have codependency upon any person, place, or thing. So, can involve a third energy. And right here in the middle is yet another 3. We got 3, 3, 3. It's the World with Archangel Michael. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. The World is my waiting to exhale card because it's a long, drawn out situation or process. It could be like at the same job for a very, very long time. You know you need to get out. Finally you quit, or finally you got fired, or whatever the case may be, because you just had to get out of there. The universe had to end it for you because it wasn't ending. The same can happen in a relationship, a friendship, a romantic relationship, anything. It has to come to an end. So the universe steps in with a karmic energy, karmic as in fated, destined, and ends it. It could easily have been some sort of romantic party 3 that the universe has ended, brought to a close for whatever reason, or through whatever means, an argument, that turned into, well, let's just break up. A divorce, I don't know if anybody was married or not, but something like that. It's over. At the heart of the matter, it's the 9 of Air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, and sleepless nights. So we have the 9 and the 10 here. People sitting up at night. The next card is upside down because they're worried about whatever went on here, that it's caused hurt. There's a need for forgiveness, people being afraid, feeling guilty, feeling burdened, afraid to step forward and apologize. Knight of Water always likes to come forward, but he's sort of surrounded by a bunch of fear. The ego card is here, the devil's here, the 10 of Air, the 10 of Fire. The 8 of Water is a good energy, but it's sort of like, you're in the midst of something spiritual, like you can't take a break and think about this other stuff. I've opened opposite calling in your soulmate to separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Calling in your soulmate and opening to honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Calling your soulmate back. Opening to it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Sometimes when we've had one of these long experiences, this is my 1221 too. I had made note of 1221. I've been talking about 1221. Going into on the 11th, going into the 12th. Next thing I knew, the 12th, Charlie Murphy passed away, and then it raised in my mind the fact that that Prince had passed away, and it was the anniversary of his death on the 21st. I have those two here. But I also often get this. It's safe for you to love when there has been the end or something of like there's a past relationship that was this sort of drawn out, painful thing, and it's like, can I do this again? Type of, energy. Calling in your soulmate is back. Opening to engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And calling in your soulmate back. I'm going to cut. Back to honeymoon. The overall energy is this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Interesting. I had a card jump out. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And this similarly to what I was saying about with the energy of the world. We get this kind of it's safe for you to love and stay optimistic because you just feel like things were so sucky. It's like maybe love isn't for you. You start to feel this way, like, can I even have love and everything? We got to remain positive though. Otherwise, like with that 9 of air, we could risk manifesting negativity and low vibe, type of stuff into our lives. We don't want to do that. Who wants to do that? Atop the 8 of water is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. This is all new and different and weird for him. But again, at the same time, he's kind of going with the flow now and allowing himself to ascend. Atop the 10 of fire is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Here atop awakening or the hanged man is where the separation showed up. Now it is in his mind, it is in his subconscious. So he doesn't have to manifest it into, reality. But I think it's attached to fear. The fear that the universe said the two of you both have. I think his is attached to him. This feeling guilty. He's burdened by guilt. And so he doesn't see a way out of his own mind, basically, right now. So he's thinking about, separation. We're going to have to, I'm going to lose her. I'm not going to be able to see her, or whatever the case is. Here for you, atop ego, or the devil, is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Atop the Knight of Water is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Maybe this particular Knight of Water is a Pisces. That's the most youthful of the water signs. Doesn't have to be though, but it very well could be a Pisces. That maybe that's why the moon was hiding behind the chariot. And isn't it like the moon to hide, to be in the darkness? Atop the 3 of fire is attraction. This is about the law of attraction. So it can be with regard to the abundance, or, this passion here with these wands. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Atop the 10 of air is retreat. Maybe you need to get away, or he needs to get away. You both need to get away together in order to, deal with some of these feelings, some of this hurt, let it go. It's time to disconnect from the world. Atop the world is soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So this is at the root here. This is what it's all about, basically. And maybe again, a party of three has ended, allowing for this energy to come forward now. The heart of the matter, atop the nine of air, new love. How awesome is that to be right atop soulmate? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And it goes very well with the beginning spread about the birth of something new and letting go of the old stuff and, even the memories and things. Just let's like leave everything. Let's just start from scratch, fresh, brand new, me and you. Very nice. Let's see what the Ascended Masters would add to this. Beginning with fertility in Pan and perhaps ants in the pants. And opening to positive change in Parvati. Positive change is back and opening to freedom. Again, I feel that that's what this is about. It's, making way for a new start by letting go of something old, freeing yourself of something old. Opening to teacher, and the teacher that all that is, that experience is. Lessons learned, taking the positive with us, leaving the old, any baggage, leaving that behind. Giving way to the flow of prosperity. Unblocking ourselves. We had our blessings blocked previously when we refused to let go of some of these things. That's why the universe has to step in and like take it from us. Now we're open for the flow of prosperity. And fertility is back. Also just heard Raphael behind me. Fertility back. I'll go one more. And it's Go Now with Serapis Bay. He's like a motivator. He wants us to like get moving. Twin flame. Yes, this is your soulmate and this is your twin flame. And the overall energy is listen. Atop, keep an open mind because your soulmate may differ. And the Eight of Water about ascension and growth, from a spirituality perspective and emotional perspective is crystals. So that can certainly help with that. Atop, getting to know each other and letting go of this feeling of being burdened, whatever had you held down, which I think is the relationship that came with this world energy since they're crossing. Releasing all that leads to the power of joy. Beautiful. And before I had a masculine that had like all brown cards, and this one is starting out with purple, like a pattern. And this one is a similar color. It's like a purplish gray. Choose peace, okay, over the foolishness that you were going through, that you were dealing with the Ten of Wands, the aggravation. Let go of all that and instead just choose peace, choose joy. You can help to get to that with the crystals again. They can help you to find balance. They can help you to, even if somebody's trying to attack you, you can remain even keeled with some of the energy of some of these crystals. I mean, they're really, really an awesome tool. Atop very soon is spiritual law of attraction. So very soon, and the time is relative. It's kind of up to you. You send out the positive vibes, you send out the call, and then you're rewarded with, we reap what we sow. So you get back what you've put out there if you use the law of attraction. Atop flirt and the Knight of Water is trust, says Vishnu. So this is about just keeping the faith that, these other things will come to pass and fruition. Atop attraction, which is about the law of attraction. You're crowned by the law of attraction and rooted in the law of attraction. And it's here atop this Three of Fire is freedom. So you may have a third energy from which you need to get away too. Free yourself from that. Crowning it's come out of the closet with Amaterasu. Um, so maybe nobody being their true selves here in this scenario as of yet, and the need for people to come forward on both sides. At the root, a top soulmate and the world is teacher. So as I was saying before, it's about this, the experience is the teacher. The lessons learned and all that is the teacher. Even soulmate, like, what's happened to me now. This is like a new lesson that we're going into, that we're allowed to go into because we like graduated from this one. We're on to this now. And at the heart of the matter, atop the new love. And the 9 of air is work your magic with Saint Germain. So your magic is, again, working the spiritual law of attraction, ceasing to manifest the negativity with this, and instead putting out the good and positive vibes with this, so that very soon, you get this, for example. From the universal love oracle, sacred union. So you've got sacred union, twin flame, soulmate, calling in your soulmate. Now you got the power of joy. Just all kinds of beautiful, beautiful messages for the two of you. From the universal love oracle to you, it's forgiveness again with Kuan Yin. So I felt him here being burdened by guilt. And that may be for what the forgiveness is sought, but we should always begin with ourselves, right? With this, when we're going about extending forgiveness, we could always use some too. The masculine has a decision to make. Right now, he may be unable or unwilling to make said decision and have reached a stalemate. That could be why he needs to go into separation, why he's thinking that he needs to, why he needs to take a step back with the energy of the hanged man, why he's in limbo, all of that kind of stuff. Because right now, he's just pretending there's no problem, and that doesn't help it to go away. For you, it's the 8 of earth. This is kind of like a law of attraction card. Skilled work is rewarded. Like, you put effort in, you get reward. You also learn all there is to know about a topic, and maybe even going back to school, or some other way, some other capacity, learning a new vocation or something. For the masculine, worth waiting for, divine timing is at work in your love life. So if the universe has to come through with a karmic energy, again, meaning fated or destined, not somebody negative, in order to push you, or in order to tell you time's up, it's time, because you won't do it yourself. Yeah, well, whatever we got to do, we'll wait for the universe and allow for that divine timing, because they do such a better job than us anyway. Getting back to the energy of expectancy, universe has a much better imagination than ours. To you, from the romance, ain't codependency. We saw that coming with the 10 of air here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This doesn't have, it can be substance abuse or alcohol or whatever. It doesn't have to be, though. It could be any person, place, or thing upon which we are codependent. Could be whatever this is, or whoever this is. This third rod here, it's not symmetric to the other two, from which you need to free yourself. It could be that. From the Ascended Masters to you. Right, says thought. So now you're the one with all the brown. This could be writing for therapy, is what I feel. Maybe to get toward the forgiveness. Maybe you have trouble starting a conversation, so instead you want to write something. And now, right now, with Mercury retrograde, now's a good time to write. If nothing else, we all got the communication bug. We just got to be careful about what kind of communication it is or how it comes out. But with writing, sometimes, as opposed to like writing a letter or a card or something, as opposed to a text where we're short on space and characters, and it can come across funky, when we have enough room and space and time to write something real, it can give us a real opportunity to get our feelings out without being interrupted. So you might want to consider that. And lastly, Mother, wife, sister, daughter. The masculine has a feminine energy with whom he needs to heal a relationship. At least one. I think one can be possibly an ex or something. Um, Judging by this, one can be you and one can be his own inner feminine. Remember all that surrender, the emotional growth he's going through, the spiritual growth he's going through. He's going to need to find some balance, and he can do it by healing the relationship within. Always begin within. I hope that you found this helpful, dear. Namaste, angel.